This is a cover from Foxbox. It is to cover up an old Wacom device that I went ahead and purchased just because it's a smaller footprint, and I can write with that on my desk without having to kind of move it over for my larger tablets, my pen graphics tablets. And so you get the actual kind of cover that you'll put on top of this. You get the shipping card, which I can't show because it has personal information. You do get a little card that tells you kind of like support and stuff like that. Looks nice. And then you also get a sticker and a lens wipe to wipe down your device before you apply it. Now, there's really not too much to say about this. This is, a kind of, I gave like the highest quality image that I could find. This was like 8000K or 8K. And just make sure if like there was any type of quality issues that I would find. Maybe it's not printing at the resolution. It is not printing at the resolution, but because of like kind of the texture, you're not going to notice it anyways. You can actually probably do like quite low res images and print them, and they'll just fine as well. Yeah, so as far as the actual like feel though, I would say this is actually akin to my Deco cover that I have. It is virtually the same. Let me find where that is at. All right, so this is my my Deco cover I have here. This comes with the actual device, but it's like a little flimsy plastic thing right on it. But it's basically the exact same texture as this little plastic cover is. It's just in sticker form, so you can keep it there, and you can print on top of it. So as far as choosing kind of what you want to print, they just assume that you have the rights to whatever you're printing, whether it's personal or not. They mention that in their FAQs and stuff like that. So there's really not much to say about that. You can literally just print whatever you want. So if you have an image that you have in mind to print, that's nice. It does cover all the things on top of the tablets. Obviously, it's not just for this tablet. They make a large variety of different kind of covers for different tablets. For example, the Deco that I just showed from XP Pen, they have a version for that as well that I could go ahead and print out. And it does the full coverage of the entire device, including like I said, this area over here too. They do that for the Deco as well. So yeah, as far as fit goes though, it's a fairly close fit. The only thing I noticed before I even apply this, and I'll show me applying it too, is that it is just slightly larger, at least taller than the actual film, which is fine anyways. You're not going to see it, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, I mean, as far as that, they do provide I think a video or something like that of them applying it, but it's just really, if you've ever applied a vinyl, don't just rip this whole thing off and apply it all at once. Do a small portion, fit it, and then slowly go section by section and get that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little montage of me applying this so you kind of see, and I'll use their little lens wipe just in case of anything. Okay, so I messed up a little. I got a little short on this end. That was my fault, obviously, but yeah, the sides were just fine, but as I said, like, it's a little bit wider, so there's a little bit of tolerance there for that. That's fine. It's not too big of an issue because it kind of covers the whole thing anyways. The only catch is now I can't see kind of where this part was, the stop where, because there's usually like a little indicators, and I could have done that with the design if I wanted to. But other than that, extremely simple to apply. It is a kind of nice cover. Again, there's really not much to say about this. It is going to be a little bit more slippery than the actual default kind of texture that you have for your device, but I've used I'm assuming it's the same kind of texture on my Deco just fine. I don't have any issues with that whatsoever. You kind of get used to it over time, and so yeah, it's a good way to protect your device, or if there's a bunch of Mars and you just want to kind of make it a little bit nicer, you can go ahead and do that too. But yeah, I mean that's basically it. It's Foxbox. I'll put a link down below. It's not a paid advertisement. I paid this for myself. I do want to mention that they did have quite a long backlog of orders due to COVID and everyone buying tablets and then wanting to put a Surface on top of it. It took me, I think, about a month and a half to get. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, it was quite some time. And these aren't necessarily cheap. Like this, I think was $20 for this cover. Obviously, if you have a larger device and you're trying to look for cover replacement for that, this may be a cheaper option, but you also get your own custom print on that, so whatever you want to print, so it justifies that price quite a bit. So it is, it is quite of a nice print in my mind on how it came out quality wise. Yeah, and again, there's not really too much else to say about this. This thing's going to stay in there because it is vinyl. I mean, there's I've used quite a bit of vinyl stuff before, and it's going to stay on there until you try to rip it off. And it should not damage in any way. You just use some kind of alcohol and some wipe on it afterwards to get rid of any of the residue. This way, if you don't like it, you can go ahead and take it off if you want to without damaging your existing surface.